Hello everyone. Guys, today we are going to take the topic reading comprehension. We have a passage here and we have some questions based on this particular passage. Okay, let's understand some of the things of reading comprehension. You know, uh, reading comprehension check your comprehension skills. Comprehension skills means how well you understand the passage and how well you understand the question and the options. Okay, it means to give the answers of the questions based on a particular paragraph, on a particular passage, you have to understand that passage very well from the beginning till the end. Then you go to the questions, understand the demand of the question clearly, what the question is particularly asking, and check all the options very clearly. You cannot choose any option that is your favorite, that you like. You have to evaluate all the options. You should know the reason why a particular option is wrong and why you have chosen a particular option as correct. So you should be able to negate the wrong answers with logical and valid reasons. You cannot randomly choose any option that looks attractive to you. Okay, so and you have to understand the different paragraphs. The different paragraphs of a passage, they are in flow. They are in a flow. They are making a story. They want to say something. So every paragraph is connected to each other. Okay, they are connected to each other. So you have to have good concentration from the beginning. Let's you have not read the first paragraph very clearly. You have not read the first paragraph uh, with good concentration. You might reach second or third paragraph, but you will feel that you have not understand the paragraphs clearly. You have missed something. You have missed something. So I'm saying, uh, have good concentration from the beginning, from the very first paragraph. Okay, then then read the subsequent paragraph. They are connected to each other. Then you will have to give the answers based on that particular passage. So there are so many things to tell about the passage, but today we are taking this passage. We will thoroughly understand the passage and give the answers based on the passage. Okay, so there are many paragraphs. I'm going to read a few paragraphs first, and then a few paragraphs first, then we'll come to the subsequent paragraph. All right, so okay, okay, so I'll read some paragraphs, then I'll explain those paragraphs, then I'll read subsequent paragraphs, I'll explain those paragraphs, then we'll come to the questions. Okay, so here is the passage. All right, now biological evolution happens by random mutation and selection. Technological evolution involves selection too. Products preferred by customers are the ones that reproduce. But since technology is the product of conscious design, the mutation part of the process might reasonably be assumed to be deliberate rather than random. A study just published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society suggests, however, that this is not always the case. Nicholas Macris and his colleagues at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, in collaboration with Roman Barnes, a violin maker at the North Bennett Street School in Boston, have been looking at the evolution of that instrument. One aspect of the process intrigued them in particular: the changing shape over the years of the holes in a violin's body that allow the sound to emerge. Okay, if you read the very first line that has given biological evolution happens by random mutation selection. First of all, you should know what is mutation and what is selection. Okay, you must have studied these things, in your school classes. Mutation is what? Mutation is when there is some change in the gene. You know, if there are some alterations, some changes in the genes that will express itself in the body of a particular living organism. Let's there is some change in the genes of my body. Okay, that will express itself. That change will express itself, from the genes in the body. That might be on my hair, that might be on my in my intelligence, my body color, etc. That is mutation. So mutation is caused, how? The changes in the genes that leads to the changes in the body of any living organism. And what is selection? Selection theory was given by Darwin. Natural selection. Natural selection says that, you know uh, in this changing environment, only that species survive which can adapt to the environment, which can adapt to the changing environment. The species that cannot adapt to the changing environment, they will not survive in future. Gradually what happens, those species will get vanished. That is selection, natural selection. Okay, you know and if, even if you don't know very very hardcore biology, you should know something about that. If you read this, if you don't know the meaning of selection, you can you will get some idea of the selection from the line after that. What is that? Technological evolution involves selection too. And what is selection? Products preferred by customers are the ones that reproduce. Means, you know companies, industries, market players produce those products more which are preferred by the customers, which are preferred by the most of the people in the market. That is what? Selection. Obviously, that is similar to what? Natural selection. You know, those species can survive which can adapt to the environment. That is natural selection. And here they have given technological selection. That is what? Products preferred by the customers are, are produced by different companies more and more. That is technological selection. Okay, so now we have clearly understood very smartly, the author is comparing biological evolution with what? Technological evolution. If you have understood this broad idea, what passage is talking about, what passage is going to discuss in details, what is the what is that particular topic, it's easy to understand the paragraphs after that. It's easy to understand, to understand the whole passage. Okay, one more very important thing in the very first line is random. Random means uh, uh, by chance, something that happened by chance. That is not planned, that is unplanned. Okay, so random mutation happen, naturally, is random. Why? I don't know what changes are going on in my genes. uh, no organism knows that, what changes take place in their genes. So that is what? Random mutation. You don't know about that. That is not planned. So random mutation selection. So a good reader should always read the things of diverse areas, because you don't know, passage might come on business, passage might come on history, science, physics, biology, physics, etc. So if you have read something about every topic, every subject, then it's easier to understand the passage. You will quickly adjust yourself to the passage. Okay, so we have understood, in the first paragraph, biological evolution is being compared with the technological evolution. So let's read ahead. Technological evolution involves selection too. Products preferred by the customers are the ones that reproduce. But but since technology is the product of conscious design, since technology is the product of conscious design, the mutation part of the process might reasonably be assumed to be deliberate rather than random. Now that's very important. That's why I was saying random word is very important. What it says, technology is the product of conscious design. In biology, what happened? Everything happens in biological world. Everything happens, naturally. Things are going on naturally. But technology is what? Technology is man-made. So man-made means what? That is conscious design. Man consciously, make something. So what it says, it's conscious design. Therefore, mutation part, which is random in biological world, which is random in living organisms, might be deliberate in technology. Deliberate means, it's not, by chance, it's planned. People are deliberately doing it. They know it. They themselves have planned it and they are doing it. In technology, selection is there, but what's about mutation? The author is saying mutation might be what? Deliberate, or not random, not by chance, as in, biological evolution. There, mutation is random, by chance, not planned. Here, mutation might be, planned, deliberate. Okay, let's read the second paragraph. A study just published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society suggests, however, that this is not always the case. And in this line, it says, uh, the mutation, which is, assumed to be deliberate in technology, in technological world, uh, is not always deliberate. It's not always deliberate because it's saying this is not always the case. It means it's pointing to the it's pointing to the fact that mutation can be random with respect to technology also, because it says a study just published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society suggests, however, it is talking to the contrast of what is said before, that this is not always the case. It means mutation is not always deliberate, it might be random. Okay, let's read ahead. Nicholas Macris and his colleagues at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, in collaboration with Roman Barnas, a violin maker at the North Bennett Street School in Boston, have been looking at the evolution of that instrument. They have been studying the evolution of what? Violin. Okay, how it has evolved over a period of time. Let's move ahead. One aspect of the process intrigued them in particular. What is that? The changing shape over the years of the holes in a violin's body that allow the sound to emerge. Okay, this aspect, intrigued them. What is that aspect? The changing shape of the holes in a violin's body, okay, that allow the sound to emerge. Okay, we have understood these two paragraphs very well. Let's move ahead. The violin's oldest European ancestors date from the 10th century. They were called fiddles, a word derived from vitula, the Latin for hypha, the source of the gut for the strings. Okay, now you have to understand this. They have given different words. Let's understand them particularly. Okay, what are they? The violin's oldest European ancestor date from the 10th century. They were called, in the 10th century, they were called what? They were called fiddles. And fiddles derived from what? Fiddles derived from the word vitula. And vitula is the Latin word for hypha. Okay, fiddles, fiddles is the word of the 10th century for the violin, and fiddles were derived from vitula, and vitula is what? The Latin word, Latin word for what? Hypha. And what do they mean? What do they mean? Fiddles, a word derived from vitula, and vitula is the Latin word for hypha. And here's the meaning of these words, because they are synonymous, obviously. One is, one comes from, one is the Latin word of that particular given word, so they are synonymous, obviously. It's a different thing. One is from other language, and other is from, a different language. So The source of the, and the meaning is what? The source of the gut for the strings. Source of the gut for the strings means, gut means what? Inner thing, essence. Or, and gut also means what that strings, you know, what those strings are made up of. That is also gut. And other meaning of gut is inner thing, essence. What is that? What is that, you know, innermost thing? What is the essence of a particular thing? Okay, so their meaning, the meaning of these words, is what? The source of the gut for the strings. All right. The Latin word also eventually gave rise to violin. Which word gave rise to violin? Latin word. And which is the Latin word here? Vitula. Okay, vitula gave rise to violin. Vitula word becomes violin. Fiddles meanwhile became fiddle. Fiddles became fiddle. And vitula became violin in a process of linguistic speciation, also akin to biological sort. In the process of linguistic speciation, speciation means what? Speciation words comes from species. Speciation means forming of a species. Forming of a species. You know, in biology, what happened? Over a period of time, in evolution, you know, some particular species have formed. Similarly, author is talking about formation of new word. Formation of new word. A word is taken as a as like species. Okay, so formation of a new word. So vitula becomes violin, and fiddles become fiddle. And so this is what this is linguistic speciation, means forming of species, forming of new words in language. And it's similar to what? Biological speciation. In biology also, you know, during the course of evolution, new species are formed. Okay, so author is very smartly, author is comparing what? Comparing what? Evolution of different kind. Evolution of different kind. Okay, and its main topic is what? Technological evolution, biological evolution, and it is, you know, comparing these two evolutions. Okay, so the instrument arrived at its modern form between 16th and 18th centuries. The modern violin, what we see today, you know, came into existence between 16th and 18th centuries. In the workshops of Cremona, a city in northern Italy that produced Amati, Guarneri, and Stradivari dynasties of luthiers. Okay, in the workshops of Cremona, the modern form of violin came into existence. And Cremona is a city in northern Italy that produced Amati, Guarneri, and Stradivari dynasties of luthiers. These are the name of dynasties of luthiers. Okay, we'll see what luthier is. Dr. Macris and his team noticed that in transition from 10th century fiddle to 18th century violin, the holes on the top of the sound box evolved from simple circles to complex, elongated F shapes familiar in today's instruments. Okay, what they observed? You know, the changing shapes of the holes on the top of the sound box. Okay, from simple circles in 10th century to complex elongated F shapes in today's modern violin. And they wondered why. Okay, let's move on. The answer arrived at after several pages of advanced mathematics and confirmed by experiment is that holes' sound amplification properties depend not on their areas but on the lengths of their peripherals. Okay, okay, all right. They have given the, you know, talking about sound amplification property that depends on what? Not on the areas but on the lengths of the peripherals. Okay, they showed how the shape of the hole varied over the centuries, okay, simple circle to F shape, and how that affected its powerful output. Okay, powerful output means sound amplification. The final Cremonese design had twice the sonic power of the circular holes of the fiddle. Means the final Cremonese, today's violin, you know, violin of 18th century, modern violin, they have twice sonic power compared to the violin of what? 10th century, fiddles of 10th century. Okay, all right. So we have understood this 4th paragraph. Let's move ahead. Okay. Let's move ahead. Now, the violin's oldest European ancestors. Now, the violin's oldest European ancestors date from the 10th century. No, we have studied this. No, we have studied this. Okay, I have come on what? I have come on this paragraph. They wondered why. They wondered why. Okay, the answer arrived at after several pages of advanced mathematics. Confirmed in that is that we have studied this also. Okay, we are on second last paragraph. All right, I just forgot. So except that Dr. Macrae's doubts, design is precisely the right word for what happened. Design implies intent, but his analysis of 470 Cremonese instruments made between 1560 and 750 suggests, as the chart shows, that change was gradual and consistent. In Dr. Macrae's view, with random variations in craftsmanship. Okay. Now let's understand the previous paragraph a little bit. Then we'll come, then we'll try to understand the very first line of this paragraph. Okay, the answer arrived at several pages of the advanced mathematics and confirmed by experiments that whole sound amplification probably depend on their areas, but not on the length of but on the length of their peripheries. They showed how the shape of the hole varied over the century and how that affects power output. The final dash dash dash. Now, talking about this transition of 10th century fiddle to 18th century violin, transition of violin of different period, we can say. Holes on the top of the box of the violin got changed. Initially it was what? Simple circle. Now in modern violin it is what? F shape. And what more has changed? Sound amplification property. It has become twice of what it was in 10th century. Okay. Now, except that Dr. Macrae's doubts, design is precisely the right word for what happened. Now, although we are talking about technology, transition of evolution of violin, technological evolution. Although we are talking about technology, but even then, Dr. Macrae's doubts, whether design is a appropriate word or not, whether design is the appropriate word or not for the for that transition of the holes of violin. Why Dr. Macrae's doubts that design is appropriate word or not? Because see, design implies intent. Whenever we design something, whenever people design something, that is what? That is conscious. They think something and they design it. That is conscious. That doesn't happen naturally. But here Dr. Macrae's doubt, is design a right word or not? Why? Because design implies intent, but what happened in this case? But his analysis of 470 Cremonese instruments made between 1560 and 750 suggests, as the chart shows, that change was gradual and consistent. The change happened to the holes of the violin was gradual and consistent. It was not, it was not deliberate, that somebody did it deliberately and abruptly. It was consistent and it was gradual in Dr. Macrae's view. Okay, with random variation. See, with random variation in craftsman's techniques, producing the instruments at different power. So variations, the changes took place, that were what? That were random. So in here also, in technological world also, in technology also, author is talking about what Dr. Macri said. I don't think design is an appropriate word. Why? Because design is intentional. But here, the change was not intentional. Change was what? Gradual and consistent. It was not done, overnight. It took centuries, 10 centuries, 18 centuries, 800 years, 600 to 800 years, to change from simple circles to F shape. So Dr. Macri considered it as a random variation, and obviously it is random variation. Random variation means, that was unplanned. Random means that happened by chance. Therefore, he doubts design is not the appropriate word, because design is intentional, and people do it intentionally. People do it suddenly, abruptly, but it took a lot of time. So it's what? It is random variation. See, we talked about random mutation in the initial paragraph, in the very first line, and I told you, author has been comparing the two things: biological evolution, technological evolution, and author is comparing two constituents, two components of that evolution. One is what? Mutation, and other is what? Selection. So here in this paragraph, author is talking about, it is nothing but the change in the holes, the shape of the holes is nothing but a random variation. Variation means the change that took place. In the random variation in craftsman's techniques producing instruments of different power. Okay, the market presumably favored those journeymen within a workshop who made more powerful instruments. So market obviously favors, the skilled technicians, skilled craftsmen, skilled journeymen. So what happened? Market favored those journeymen within a workshop who made more powerful instruments. Obviously, when they became masters in their turn, then they passed their ways of doing things on their own apprentices. Market favors, uh, uh, very skilled craftsmen, and when very skilled craftsmen are there, what happened? After a period of time, they pass on their skills to whom? To the apprentices, to the people who are working with them, to the people who are learning from them. Okay, now if you understand this particular line in detail, again I'm telling you, it is comparing the technological evolution with biological evolution. What happened? In biology, natural selection is what? Because of natural selection, some species remain, some species, uh, 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 you know, they die, they get out of the picture, they got vanished, they cannot survive. But some species, some other species, they remain, they survive. And what happened? Those species pass their, you know uh, genetic content to the coming generations. Okay, so this way, you know evolution happens. This way, one generation come after other, and they inherit the genes, genetical content of their ancestors. Similarly, what happened? Market favors, uh, skilled craftsmen, and those skilled craftsmen, give their skills, pass their skills to their coming generations, to the people who are working with them, to the apprentices who are learning from them. Okay, we have understood this thing very clearly. Now let's move ahead. Only at the very end, let's read this last line of this paragraph. Only at the very end of the period might a deliberate change have been made, as the holes get suddenly longer. only at the very end of the period might a deliberate change have been made as the holes get suddenly longer. Okay, so it is saying that at the end of the period, what happened? A deliberate change have been made. Why? How could we say that is deliberate change? As the holes get suddenly longer. As the holes get suddenly longer. So it was what? Deliberate change. It was not random. Why? Because random change took centuries. Random variation took centuries. Okay. Now the last paragraph. Intriguingly, intentional attempts in the 19th century to fiddle further with the F holes designs actually serve to make things work. See, intriguingly, intentional attempts in the 19th century, there were intentional attempts in the 19th century, at the end of the period, in the 19th century, to fiddle further with the F holes design, to make some changes with the F holes designs. There were intentional attempts to make some changes, to make some slight changes with the F holes designs. And what was the result? Actually served to make things worse. The things have become worse. The things became worse when they tried to alter the holes intentionally, and did not endure, and that could not sustain. As is also the case with living organisms, same case as with the living organisms, mutation and selection seem to have arrived at an optimal result. Mutation and selection in living organisms happen naturally, not intentionally. So when it happens naturally, it gives optimal result. Okay, but in the case with violin, they try to alter it intentionally in the 19th century, and what happened? Result was the things became worse. It could not give good output, and did not endure. So as is also in the case with living organism, mutation selection seem to have arrived in optimal result, give optimal result. Why? Because it happens naturally. So we have understood the passage very well. Okay, you have to understand each and every line. Sometimes what happened if you don't understand some particular line, and what happened? Author knows it, because author has made the paragraph. Author knows which line is difficult, which line is easy. And if you have doubt on particular paragraph, particular line, author makes the questions on those particular paragraph, on those particular lines. Therefore I'm saying it's very important to understand the passage very well. You have to develop the skills of understanding, and gradually you gain the speed. So we have studied, we have read the whole paragraph very clearly. Now let's come to the questions. Okay. Let's come to the questions, guys. Which of the following? First question, 11th question. I'm getting some problem with this pen, but I think you can understand. Well, I think you can understand. Okay. Okay. Which of the following cases of mutation is random according to the passage? Which of the following cases of mutation is random? Random means what? Was not planned. It happened by chance. A random mutation. Okay. All right. So the increase in the size of violin holes. So you have to keep in mind these questions are based on the given passage. So you don't have to add extra, means add your extra facts. Okay, you have to give answer according to the passage. So according to the passage, what is which of the following case of mutation is random? The increase in size of violin holes. If you remember, author has not talked about size. Author has talked about shape of the holes. Why shape? How shape? simple circles become what? F shape. F shape elongated holes. So it means there's change in shape. I would not say increase in size. Okay. So I would not say change in the size. Therefore, first gets eliminated. Second, decrease in the size of violin holes. Same reason, same reason. It's not talking about size, it's talking about shape. It also gets eliminated. Third, changing the shape of the violin holes. Okay, it's talking about changing the shapes due to the fact that lengths of the peripheries amplify sound. Can it be the correct answer? Changing the shape of the violin holes. Sounds very correct. The author is talking about changing the shape of the violin, simple circles to F shape, due to the fact that lengths of the peripheries amplify. Due to the fact that lengths of the peripheries amplify sound means, it means you already know that if there is change in the length of the periphery, it will amplify sound. So you know the reason to change the shape. And random mutation happens unplanned. Here you are saying changing the shape of the violins due to the fact that length of the periphery amplifies sound. If you already know, okay, it length of the periphery is amplify sound, and therefore there is change in the shape of the violin. It means it is not happened by chance. You already know the reason. Therefore, changing the shape is taking place. So if you already know the reason, therefore something is happening, that is not random. That is what? That is very planned. You are doing it intentionally. Therefore, first part seems very sound, but you have to read the whole sentence very carefully. Therefore, it gets wrong because it has the element of that intentional thing. Changing the shape of the violin holes due to the fact that lengths of the periphery amplifies sound. You know the lengths of the periphery amplifies sound, therefore changing is taking place. So it is not unplanned. Therefore, it also gets eliminated because we know the characteristic of random mutation. Okay, then we have one option remaining. Let's read that. The change in the shape of the violin holes. Why it changed took place? No, we don't know. Okay, that's the thing, because it was random. It happened itself. So answer is 4th. Let's read question number 12. Which of the following is not true according to the passage? Not true. Okay, it means 3 options will be true. Hypher refers to the source of the gut used for the strings. Now this is the question where you have to go back to the passage and you have to see the information. Let's see where is that. I can show you where is that. I can show you, and that is given here. Meaning of hyper, and there are other words too. They have the same meaning. They are synonymous. I was telling you, synonymous. One from one language, other from other language. Hyper, Vitula, fideles. Okay, the source of the gut or the strings. So yes, this is correct. This is correct. Question is talking about not correct. So first option is correct. Hyper refers to the source of the gut used for strings. Guarneri, Amati, Stradivari are violin dynasties. Okay, we can remember there were some dynasties. Okay, and let's read that particular line. It's also informative. You have to go to that particular line. You have to check that. Some questions are like that. Okay, where is that? So you can easily go to those names given. No? Where is that? And that is given. This third paragraph. See, third paragraph. The instrument arrived at its modern form between 16th and 18th century in the workshops of Cremona city in northern Italy that produced Amati, Guarneri, and Stradivari dynasties of luthiers. Okay, we don't know the meaning of luthiers. In the option they are talking about dynasties of violin. It says dynasties of luthiers. I don't know the meaning of luthiers, and it might be the dynasties of violin, because passage is discussing only about violin. And what read this line. The instrument arrived at its modern form between 16th and 18th centuries in the which instrument? Violin, in the workshops of Cremona. in the workshops of Cremona. Cremona cities, in the workshops Cremona, this new violin came into existence between 16th and 18th century. A city in northern Italy that produced the Amati, Guarneri, Stradivari dynasties of luthiers. So I think it is very obvious, the line they have started there, the instrument is talking about violin. So we can infer that luthier also means, also means violin. But we don't know the meaning of that. We specifically don't know the meaning of the luthier. We can infer this. So let's read other options. Okay, let's read other options. We might eliminate other options which has big mistake, which has the mistakes we can clearly see. Oh, it can never be. Okay, so let's read other options. The final Cremonese design has twice the sonic power than the circular holes of the fiddle. The final Cremonese design has twice the sonic. We read, we read this. The final Cremonese design has twice the sonic power. Final Cremonese design means F-shaped holes, than the circular holes of fiddle in the 10th century. We read that. This is also correct. The quality of the sound of the violin depends on the length of the periphery of the holes. The quality of the sound of the violin depends on the, it also seems correct. The quality of the sound of the hole of the violin depends on the length of the, I think this also is there in the passage, somewhere given in the passage. So let's go to that particular line. Okay, then we'll check. Go to that particular line, file sonic power and sound, etc. These lines. Where are those lines? Okay. See, there's another shape of the. Okay. See, the answer arrived. Third last paragraph. The answer arrived after several pages of advanced mathematics and confirmed by experiments that whole sound amplification property depend not on the areas but on the lengths of their peripheries. They showed how the shape of the hole varied over the centuries and how that affected its power output. The final Cremonese design had twice the sonic power of the circular holes of the fiddle. Okay, but if you compare, these are very smart questions. Okay, you have to have a very detailed eye. You have to have a very detailed eye. Why? Because if you see very close, it is talking about sound amplification properties depends not on the areas but on the lengths of the sound amplification properties. But let's see the option. Option is talking about what? Option is talking about quality of the sound. Now, can you tell me quality of the sound is equivalent to the sound amplification? No. No. If you amplify the sound, it doesn't mean, quality of the sound, gets changed. Quality is a different thing. Amplification is different thing. Quality is a different thing. Amplification is different thing. All right. There is difference in amplification and there is difference in pitch. For example, I can have sound of same quality, with different amplification. I can have sound of same quality. I just increase the sound. I have not, altered the quality. I have just, if I increase the sound, it gets amplified. It doesn't mean, quality, gets changed. It only gets amplified. All right. There is difference between quality and amplification. Moreover, passage specifically said, moreover, I have explained there's difference between quality and amplification. There's difference between pitch and amplification. So there's difference. So, you know, amplification doesn't mean quality gets changed. Quality remains same, amplification can vary. Moreover, Passage said sound amplification gets changed. Passage specifically mentioned sound amplification. So when it says sound amplification, you cannot say, you know, Passage is saying quality of sound. That is also the thing. But you should understand, you know, girls have high pitch sound. Boys have low pitch sound. On one pitch, I can increase or I can decrease the amplification on one pitch. So I'm not changing the pitch. I'm just, you know, changing the amplification. All right, there is difference. And as I said, Passage specifically says sound amplification. You cannot assume it is quality of sound. I hope it is clear. Therefore, very close. Therefore, fourth option is not true according to the passage. According to the passage. All right. Come to the question number 13. For the assumption that violence evolved by conscious mutation, which of the following condition has to be met? Now read it very clearly. What it says, you assume it. What do you have to assume? Violence evolved by conscious. Let's assume violence evolved by conscious mutation. In the passage, author is talking about violence. Shape of the holes evolved by random mutation, random variation. But it's saying you assume violence evolved by conscious mutation. Which of the following conditions has to be met for that? Okay. Now, have we read anything about this? Have we read anything about this, you know, conscious mutation of violin? Anywhere in the passage have we talk about intentional or conscious mutation? Intentional, conscious, deliberate mutation of violin. If you see the paragraph, there are such things in some last, you know, paragraphs. Let's see. See, second last paragraph, last line. Only at the very end of the period might a deliberate change have been made, as the holes get suddenly longer. Only at the end of the period, you know, there was deliberate change, and what happened during the deliberate change? Holes get suddenly longer. And last paragraph, intentional attempts in the 19th century to fiddle further with the F holes. The period is talking about what? 19th century. The intentional attempts what? Again, what? Deliberate change. To fiddle with, to make change further with F holes design actually served to make things worse and did not endure. You know, things became worse. It did not, you know, improve and could not sustain. So it is talking about intentional attempts. It's talking about deliberate change. How deliberate change? Because holes get suddenly long. So it talks something like that. Now let's see the question again. For the assumption that violence evolved by conscious mutation, which of the following conditions has to be met? Let's read the options. The violin holes remain as simple circle. If the violin holes remain, you know, as it is, they remain as, you know, simple circles, then there is no mutation. Then there is no mutation at all. We are talking about conscious mutation, so it gets eliminated. It gets eliminated. Okay. Option 2. The maker being unaware of the relation between sound amplification and the shape of the holes. Maker being unaware of the relation between sound amplification, shape of the holes. If maker, you know, maker doesn't know, you know, if the shape, you know, gets changed and it will affect the amplification, it will affect the amplification. If makers don't know this relation, they are unaware of this relation, it means they are not conscious about it. They don't know it. It means they are unaware. They are unaware means they are not conscious. It is what? It is what? It is unplanned thing. It is what? It is random. Why? Because they don't know the relation. If the shape gets changed, they will be affecting amplification. So when they are unaware of this relation, how can conscious mutation be taken place? Because for conscious mutation, you should know the result, and you are doing it intentionally, deliberately. And we have read certain things about this. I have just read those things for you. Okay. Third, the changeover from circle to the F shape holes being abrupt. Okay. And we have read something that random mutation took place from 10th century to 18th century, on violin holes. Okay. It took 600 to 800 years. It was gradual, and it was consistent, and it was what? Random, unplanned. But when intentional attempts took place, it could not give good result. And when intentional attempts took place, how did we know that? Because holes got suddenly longer. Suddenly. Okay. We have read that in the second last paragraph. So the change was what? Change was not gradual, not consistent. Change was sudden. Why sudden? Because somebody knew that what would be the result. So let's do it. Let's design it. Let's do it consciously. Therefore, when you do it consciously, it is what? It is abrupt. And it happened in the passage with respect to violin. So it can be the answer, can be the perfect answer, but let's read option number 4 first. Sound amplification not being the concern of the maker. Sound amplification not being the concern of the maker, but it is not talking about, it is not talking about how the conscious design uh, can take place. It is not talking about how the conscious design can take place. How the conscious design can take place when the change is abrupt. When the change is abrupt. Therefore, I think fourth is irrelevant. So answer is third. Answer is third. We have seen these questions in very detail. Okay. And first of all, we have read the passage in very detail. That's the advantage. Okay. Questions are just the products. Okay. So question number 14. Let's see it. What, according to Dr. Marcus, I think I was reading wrong. I don't know. Marcus or Macris. Okay, let's see it. What, according to Dr. Marcus, was the reason behind circular holes gradually changing over to the elongated F shape? So it's talking about the reason. What was the reason? What was the reason that shape got changed from simple circles to F shape in violin? What was the reason? The whole passage is based on this. The whole passage has explained this. What was the reason? Can you tell me the reason? How it happens? How much time it took? It had taken how much time? From 10th century to 16th to 18th century. Okay, change was gradual. Change was consistent. What was the reason? Did the violin makers know the reason? Did they know the reason? That's why they were changing the shapes. No, they didn't know the reason. They didn't know the reason. They were not changing the shape consciously. It happened. It happened itself. All right, it happened. It was what? A random variation. So let's see the options. They look better. They look better. No, it's irrelevant. There's nothing like this given. Okay, because they look better, therefore the shapes got changed. It is not given in the paragraph, and it's irrelevant also. Sound amplification gradually gained importance. Sound amplification gradually gained importance. Therefore, therefore this was the reason. Therefore, shapes got changed. Shape, if people already knew that sound amplification, because of sound amplification shapes got changed. They knew that sound amplification uh, got improved. So this was not the reason. Actually, they don't know anything. They don't know anything that whether sound amplification will change, whether other characteristics will change. They didn't know anything. All right. And one more thing, sound amplification gradually gained importance. This is not given in the paragraph that earlier there was no relevance, there was no importance, there was little less importance of sound amplification, and gradually sound amplification gained importance. This is also not given in the paragraph. Okay, so even it cannot. Makers found that F-shaped holes amplify sound better than existing circular holes due to the length of the periphery. Again, you are saying that makers know the result. If makers know the result, if makers are aware of the result, how it can be the mutation, random mutation, which took place in violin, similar to the biological evolution that happens in living organisms. So answer is there is no reason. Very smart questions, very smart question. But we understand the passage well, we can give the answer of even very trickiest questions. Okay. Now the last question we have. Of which of the following types does the content of the passage fall into? Okay, content of the passage fall into interpretative, informative, deductive, subjective. Okay, so it's you can say you can say it is talking about the tone of the passage. You can say that the tone of the passage, how author throw the information, how author explain the things, what type of the passage is, type of the passage, tone of the passage. The question belongs to that area. So first of all, before answering, before marking the answer, I should know the meaning of these words. If I know the meaning of these words, I have read the paragraph. I know the tone of the paragraph, how the paragraph moves, passage moves from one paragraph to other, how it ended. I know how it began. I know. But first of all, I should know the meaning of these words. Then I can answer the particular word, which is the best answer. Interpretative. Interpretative means what? Interpretative. You have to interpret the data. What does it mean? Data is given here. You have to read the data, analyze the data, and then tell me what does it mean. Tell me what does it mean. Interpretation or interpretative means explaining or explanation or understanding of something. Of something means what it means. Is author interpreting something? Okay, these are the things given here, and these mean this. Is author doing this? No. First of all, you have to see the meaning of the word in a very simple way. Interpretative means giving explanation or understanding of what something means. Interpret the data. Interpret the data means I don't understand this. Please, can you tell me what does it mean? No, it's not happening there. It's not happening there. All right. I hope you have got it. There are some more things, but let's take these words in a simpler way. There are many more things on it, but let's take these words in a simpler way. And author is not doing this. Author is not explaining the meaning of something. All right. What author is doing? We'll see that. Let's see the other words first. Informative. There are a lot of information. Okay. There are a lot of information. Okay, information is there. But let's see other options. We have to see each and every option, then we can say which is the best option. Uh, Deductive, subjective. Subjective means what? Subjective means, influenced by personal opinions. When a topic is subjective, somebody gives his or her own opinions, you know, opinions, feelings on that particular issue. But author has not given his personal opinion, has not made any personal opinions, has not given his own feelings, emotions on this topic. He has simply given the, experiment, what scientists have done. So we cannot say it is subjective. Okay. Deductive. Deductive means what? Deductive means, now you should know the meaning of the word. Deductive means, reaching on a conclusion with the known facts. Deductive reasoning. What do we do in deductive reasoning? We reach on a particular conclusion based on the facts we have on our hand. That is deductive. All right. So, what author is doing? What author is doing? First of all, author in the very first line, see, in the very first paragraph, author has compared the technological evolution with biological evolution. Author has said that selection is there in technology, but mutation might not be random. But in the second paragraph, it says no, this is not always the case. Mutation is not always deliberate. They can be random mutation too. And author has explained this thing. Author has explained this theory, with the help of facts. What theory? What theory? Mutation in technology cannot always be deliberate. They can be random mutation. So after having different facts, after having different experiments, author has reached on the conclusion, at the end. What was that? What was that? At the end, in the last paragraph, you can check that. At the end, author says that yes, there were random variations. There were random variations in case of violin. These were what? Random variations. Author has reached on this conclusion by what? By different experiments, by different facts. So deduction means and passage is completely logical. Completely logical. Okay. So when with the help of logic, you reach a conclusion, you reach an answer. That is what? Deductive. That is what? Deductive. All right. So somebody might say, oh, it is informative, but it has additional thing. It has additional thing. There's a point to prove. There's a point to prove. An author has used different used facts from different experiments, and finally comes to the conclusion. It was random variation. So more than information, author is trying to prove a point with the help of different facts, with the help of experiment, and with logic. Not author is not blind, with logic. Talking about scientists, scientist logic in the passage. So author is not saying the author is not interpreting anything. Author is not interpreting anything. That this is very difficult to understand. I'm going to explain this. This is what does it mean. Author has not used his emotions, his personal opinions, and not only informative. This passage is a journey. This passage is a journey to come to the conclusion that yes, there was random variation in case of violin. So this is what deductive. There are different tones. There are many details about the tones, but we have to understand those words very clearly. We can answer them very easily because we have understood the passage very well. All right. I hope you have understood each and every question. I hope you have understood the passage very well. Okay. So I'm going to end it, and thank you very much. I hope you have liked my class. Thank you very much.